So if you guys haven't heard, Fousey's album just dropped, and it is arguably one of the worst things I have ever heard. And look, I listen to all kinds of music. Right now, K-pop is my top genre. A couple months ago, it was country, and before that, it was rap. I cycle through music genres like there are seasons. I will not, however, sit down and enjoy EDM. I try to, but there's just something about high-energy music with no lyrics that makes my P-word dry as a desert. But like I said, Fousey's highly unanticipated album, G7, The Death of Fousey, dropped. And to celebrate the release, he rented out the famous Roxy Theater in Hollywood to perform said album. And someone needs to let Fousey know the difference between performing at a venue versus renting out a venue. Because he posted this being like, look at all these artists that have performed at the same place I'm performing at. Now, aside from the fact that he used ChatGPT for something you could fucking Google, just because you rent out a venue does not put you in the same league as people like Prince and fucking Bob Marley. People wanted to see them, so wherever they performed, things were accommodated to them. Fousey accommodated things to himself, with the owner of the venue being like, hey, try not to fuck anything up, alright? Because we got actual rappers performing tomorrow. And I know people rent out venues all the time, but they're not comparing themselves to music legends, alright? Like, dog, I live close to where Barack Obama went to college. I'm not gonna go there and instead be like, look, I'm practically Obama, you know what I mean? I'm in the same, I'm standing at the same thing he stood at. But of course, he was live streaming everything, and here are some of the highlights I got for you guys. So when I clicked on the stream, he was already in the middle of a rant comparing himself to Beyonce. Yeah. What in the F word is this guy on? But he keeps asking, why can't I be as big as her? If we're all human, if we're all the same species, then there's nothing stopping me from achieving what she achieved. And it's like, sing me a song right now without sounding like you're fucking tone deaf, and then we'll talk, alright?
Hey, listen, at the end I say, make me bigger than Beyonce, and people laugh. Is she a god? Why can't another human be as big as Beyonce? Are y'all dumb or stupid? Y'all are programmed so much into the matrix, not understanding Beyonce's made out of the same flesh, skin, bones, heart, organs as you.
Yeah, but her blood, flesh, and organs can also sing and act like nobody's business. So I get what he's saying, but just because me and LeBron both have hands doesn't mean I can be better at him at what he does. Maybe I'm funnier than him, but he's unintentionally funny, and that's the funniest kind of funny. So at this point in the stream, I noticed that most of his songs end with him giving a little speech, and I don't mean that he stops the music and starts talking. I mean, when he was recording the song, he didn't know how to end it properly, so it ends up sounding like this.
I invested every dollar I had. I had R-word allegations. I got sued for punching a Chuck E. Cheese employee. It was hard. It was hard. Alhamdulillah, man. Alhamdulillah. I didn't quit. God doesn't give you challenges for you to stop. He gives you challenges for you to rethink of how to do it better.
Imagine you're fucking jamming out to this with your girlfriend, and by the end of the song, her and Fousey's periods sync up because of how emotional he gets. But if that wasn't bad enough for you, he then asked the crowd if they mind him talking, like he hasn't been doing that the whole fucking show. But he asked that solely because none of his songs are longer than 2.5 minutes. So if he didn't talk after every song, his concert would literally be 16 minutes long. And other than him performing his music, there is nothing keeping anyone there, and he knows that. He even asked the crowd again, are you ready for the next song? And they're like, yeah, and he's like, not yet. I still haven't read to you my 5-page suicide note that I wrote when I was manically depressed, and I would have been like, do it on stage! Do it, end it on stage!
We all call ourselves believers, but then when stressful shit happens, we want to throw a tantrum. Bitch, what? I'm a hypocrite myself, I get it. Y'all ready for the next song? Not yet. So listen.
Imagine you took something to heighten your experience, and instead of it being used to enjoy the music, this is all you're seeing. He then tries to be funny, or he has been trying throughout the whole show, but this time he ends up saying he needs to suck dick as a punchline. And you can hear people in the back be like, hey, yo, what did he just say? What?
I smoked at my first concert. I didn't know about Cottonmouth. I'm singing there, thank me later, and I'm like, looked like I needed water to suck more dick. It was bad.
Now, I have never gotten cottonmouth and thought sucking some fucking meat would help with the moisture. I guess looking back at all the porn I watch, it makes sense. But what kind of gooner thinks about that instead of drinking water? Imagine you're sleeping over with Fousey and then he wakes up in the middle of the night with Cottonmouth and you just hear him, I need dick, I need dick. And that's probably why he got named the song, I Got Dick. But now after he finishes performing his songs, and I know, I thought this was an album review. Go record yourself taking a shit and then play it back in your headphones and you'll get the same experience I did. He didn't do anything special, he just went up there and performed his songs and thought that put him on the same level as his idol Drake, because listen to what he announces after he's done.
I want to announce something right now before people start leaving or anything. I just want to announce this while y'all are here. So I'm going to Dubai February 1st with my boys. And I'm throwing a tour concert there. I want to be international, bitch. Then I'm coming home and guess what I'm doing on my own diamond dollar? Getting a tour bus with a king suite and a driver and doing a 50-city tour for this motherfucking album.
Now, I don't even think he can name 50 cities, let alone find people who are willing to sit through an hour of Fousey live. People only went to this because, one, he gave out a ton of free tickets. He says that himself.
So today was a great success. We went to Melrose. We passed out a ton of tickets, but we're still going to another location right now.
And two, tickets were only $1. If I would have known about this sooner, I would have taken out $50 and gave $1 to 50 different homeless people and had them show up to the concert. And yes, I would have asked them to be extra stinky. But there's no way this dude thinks he is going to be able to do a 50-city tour without something going wrong. Do you guys understand how big a 50-city tour is? Taylor Swift's most recent tour was a 50-city tour, and that included 149 shows across 632 days. And that's Taylor Swift. Love her or hate her, you gotta be at a certain level to even attempt something she's done. And there is no F-wording way Fousey thinks he can even do a fraction of that. Even if he went and did all the shows at bars, he would still not be able to do that in 50 cities. Unless he keeps giving out free tickets and or charging $1, which then defeats the purpose of touring. He thinks touring is just a way to perform your music. No, dumbass, artists go on tour to make money. And with you not having that drive behind you, that extra pizzazz, then you're just some poser rich boy who desperately wants people to like his music, which I guess that was pretty obvious from the start, was it not? And look, I'm not just saying this because I don't like the guy. Other people realize who he really is, which is why he tells everyone that the artist he originally had on the album as a feature told him not to release the songs because his dumbass would announce a 50-city tour with no prior notice and would be expecting whoever is featured to come along with him.
When I first announced the album, I said there was going to be a lot of features on it. T Grizzly, Soulja Boy, Mexican OT. I didn't get any of those features. They all texted me back. I had all their numbers. I didn't get them.
Imagine not being able to get Soulja Boy on your album. That dude will directly answer you on Twitter if you at him. I made a tweet about him, and he was the only one to like it. Yeah, guys, that was a little taste of his concert. I think the live is still up if you want to go watch it, but it's just over an hour, and it's just an extended version of what I already showed you. I don't understand how he thinks he can keep this going for any longer than this first month, because music isn't like streaming. Just because a lot of people watch you doesn't mean they're going to enjoy your side projects. And this is one of those side projects that relies on him streaming to keep the hype going. He literally can't have one without the other. And I guess we'll see how long that lasts him. Until tomorrow. Peace.